Hello everybody, this YouTube video and associated PowerTune production are my first research ideas which I'd like to talk to you about. This first idea is a little bit different in that it's not really a classroom teaching and learning issue. Let me explain the background. Last year my wife and I went to Vietnam for the first time. It was fantastic, loved it, can't wait to go back. One thing I noticed whilst I was there was that there's quite a different level in language competency between staff working in the restaurants and staff working on the tour desk and on the reception desk. And you might think this is obvious because the staff who are upselling products on the tour desk are obviously staff who put there because of their a better English level. However, you might also appreciate that the food experience is extremely important on holidays, and for a hotel, the restaurant could also be a very important profit centre. So I wondered, why the staff in the restaurants had such a different level of competency in English. And as I was thinking about it, and I think if you think about it, you realise that the number of interactions that can occur in a restaurant between the customer and the staff are actually quite limited. Talking about the food, talking about the restaurant, the experience the diner's having, these lexical chunks are actually quite finite. And things like, did you enjoy the flavours? Do you have room for dessert? These questions are asked of us every time we go to a restaurant in an English-speaking country, but these lexical chunks might not be readily available for a non-English speaking person. So I thought, a research issue that would be important would be one that allowed increase the chance of securing a job, keeping a job, and promotion in a job for somebody in a situation like this. And I thought we could analyse the lexical interactions that occur. We could model appropriate responses, role play, practice, and then develop a toolkit of lexical chunks that could be a starting point for these interactions that occur in the restaurant. And the PowerTune presentation elaborates a little bit more on this thinking. And I guess it goes without saying that learning doesn't just occur in a classroom. Lave and Wagner, with their situational learning theories, clearly elaborated this. Learning is situational, it's contextual, it's contingent, it's this ferment, this complex ferment of eco-social imperatives and interactions. This interaction between the cognitive and the affective dimensions of the learner, the physical and the social domains that Krashen talks about. Things like, is a learner too hungry to concentrate on what they're looking at? Are they too nervous or worried about what's happening at home or what they're going to do on the weekend to pay attention? Now, many of these things we can't do much about, but the ones we can do something about, we should do something about. And one thing we can do something about as a language teacher in this particular context would be to increase the linguistic competency they could have in this context, in the restaurant dining situation. So that's the area I wanted to talk about, and as I say, it's a little bit different. At the end of the PowerTune presentation there's a link which you'll have to copy and paste, I'm afraid, that goes to a survey which asks a couple of questions and asks for feedback for this idea. So if the 5 of you I've mentioned in the Powtoon presentation wouldn't mind doing that, I'd appreciate it very much. And let me know what you think about this idea. Maybe it's been done before, I don't know, I haven't looked very deeply into the literature review yet, but this is in fact just a draft, and I'm just trying this mode of brainstorming to see how it works. Okay, thanks very much for listening.